Welcome back to the channel, and as you can see, this is just a quick video about a chainsaw I've just bought. It's a cordless chainsaw. It won't be right for everyone, but let's take a quick look at it. So this is the chainsaw I've bought. It's a Black & Decker. I'll put the model number on the screen. It's a 36 volt lithium chainsaw. It comes with a battery and a charger. And a chain, and that's about it. You will need to buy some chain oil for the bar. As this is only going to get used once in a blue moon, I've only gone for the cheapest bar chain oil I could find on Amazon, and it'll do for this. As I say, this is just for now and again use up here when I'm at camp, or any other time I might need it. It's just going to sit for most of the time in the shed doing nothing. So I didn't want to buy a petrol chainsaw, because I'd always have trouble starting it, because it'd sit longer than it's actually ever going to get used. So petrol was out. A corded chainsaw, if I was using it just at home and around the garden and around the house, then that would have been even better. So I was looking at cordless, so I can bring it here to camp. Now that's going to limit how much it'll cut, because I've only got the one battery, but I can charge the battery here as well off my power packs. So that will extend the life a little bit. But as I say, it's for occasional use, chopping a bit of firewood, that type of thing. So I thought I'd give it a try. I thought I'd buy one. It was on offer on Amazon. I won't tell you how much I paid for it, simply because it was on offer, and it won't be the same price. You'll have to look yourself if you want a good buy. But it was fair for its make and model. So I'll change the camera angle round. I've never used it, I've never fired it up. I've just put it together, put some oil in it, fired it a few times to work the oil through, and that's it. It hasn't cut anything. Brand new chain. And we'll see how it gets on with cutting a few logs for firewood. Before we start, I would just like to point out, I'm a complete knob. Don't do anything I do. Find yourself a forestry course or something if you want to learn how to use a chainsaw and do it properly. Get the right kit. Eye protection, I'm just wearing some glasses. E protection, shouldn't need it. It's just a cordless one, shouldn't be loud. I haven't got any chainsaw chaps, but I am wearing some thick canvas trousers, not that they'll do any good, and some sturdy footwear. And I might go and get my gloves. But as I say, I'm an idiot, old man, dickhead in a shed. You do it right, don't do what I'm doing. For God's sakes, don't follow me. Okay, cheers. Just thought I'd point that out for health and safety reasons. Idiot, don't copy me. Right, press on. Second cut, as you can see, that's the size I'm cutting there, what, about 6 inches, going through it quite well. So one log down on the one charge, wasn't too difficult at all really. It's cut really well. I'm impressed with it for being just a 2 amp hour battery. As I say, that log varies from about 6 inches to about 8 inches in thickness. And I've done, how many logs have I generated? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13. So it's done 13 cuts through that, and it's still going. I don't know how much life is left on the battery. Can't see much being left in, but that's processed one log so far. I'm going to move on to another log across the way, see how far I get on the one charge, but I have to recharge it. But I'm impressed so far. So this is the next log I want to chop up. We'll see how we get on with this. So before we start on this one, I've just noticed on the battery as well as on the battery itself, there's a little button. If you press it, it's got 3 indicators and we're down to 2. So it's gone from 3 to 2, and I've processed that entire log. So I'm chuffed with that. I didn't think I'd get through the entire log on one charge. That's why I brought 2 power packs to keep charging it. But we'll press on with this one, trying to be safe. I think I'm going to try and cut this in half, so it's going to fall that way. I'll have to come up from underneath. Bit by bit, slowly, catchy monkey. Ouch. Still on 2. It's doing well, this chainsaw, I've got to admit. There you go, you can see the diameter of the stuff we're cutting. and it's doing well. I'm impressed with it for a little relatively cheap cordless drill, cordless saw. It's not doing too bad. It's drinking oil though, well, that's not too bad because the oil's only cheap. Oh yeah, impressed with that. I don't know how it sounds on the video. I'm not going to mess about with the sound or the run speed. So if you're curious about how long it takes to cut something like that, check it back on the video. For me, it's all about, is it doing the job? And to be fair, yes it is. There were some cheaper ones on Amazon, and there was some that came with 2 batteries that were about the same price. No brand names, Chinese stuff. I dare say this is made in China, but I suppose if BLACK+DECKER or a known company is going to put the name on it, it's got to be something like, hasn't it? You would think anyway, you would like to think. I suppose that you can't treat it like a petrol chainsaw. You push down on it, you'll stop it. Well, push down it too hard. Take your time. It's about taking your time with it, I suppose. Don't be in a rush. Yeah, if you're going to use a chainsaw a lot, then these cordless ones probably aren't for you. But if it's going to sit on a shelf in your garage or shed longer than you're going to actually be using it every year, then neither are petrol ones. Petrols aren't much cock for you either. You'll spend half a day trying to get the bugger going. So these are the logs that I've cut with the chainsaw today. As you can see, I didn't cut them all up because the battery died. But there's 28 logs cut there, and at a later date I'll return and chop up the 2 larger pieces at the front. All that's left for me to do now is get those split and stacked up so that they're dry and ready to use for the winter. But how did the chainsaw do? Well, I think it did really well. Yes, it's not a petrol chainsaw, but it did well for what it is. As I say, the battery had died at this point, so I went and had a sandwich and a cold drink, and then started to split some of the logs I'd just been cutting, starting with the smaller ones first. It gave me an excuse to break out my small forest axe, my Husqvarna small forest axe, which I bought a couple of years ago, and it's been a great buy. Another good value piece of kit, and that's what I like with my kit. Got to be good value for money. I think this chainsaw is good value for money. I paid just over £100, about £140 delivered. Sometimes you can get them a bit cheaper, sometimes a bit more expensive. I think a second battery, if you're going to use it a lot, would be handy. For my use, up here at camp, it's enough. If I can process the best part of a tree
before the battery dies. That'll do me. So the battery's on charge and I'm just chopping up wood. So I'll see you again at a later date. Thanks for watching.